Ever worry that you might lose your balance or struggle to stay active as you get older? What if I told you that just 3 simple exercises could completely transform your mobility, strength, and confidence in a matter of weeks? I'm about to share the exact routine that helped a 70-year-old woman go from struggling with hip pain and poor mobility to playing tennis again without fear of falling. These are the same 3 exercises I give to almost every client in their 70s, and the results have been nothing short of incredible. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to do them safely at home so you can continue living life on your terms. Let me tell you about one patient, a lady in her early 70s who barely able to walk without pain. She had given up on the activities she loved, including tennis, because she was terrified of losing her balance and her hips were killing her. But after just 6 weeks of following these 3 exercises, everything changed. She walked one day with the biggest smile on her face and told us she'd just played a full tennis match without any pain and without that constant fear of falling. That's the power of the right exercises done consistently. And that's exactly what I'm going to teach you today. Now, before we dive in, here's something important. The best way to approach these exercises is little and often. You don't need to spend an hour in the gym. Just 5 minutes done here and there throughout your day can make a massive difference over time. Think of them as exercise snacks, quick bursts of movement that add up to incredible results. However, I need to be clear, these exercises aren't suitable for everyone. If any of these movements cause you pain, please stop and consult with a healthcare professional. Your safety always comes first.
Let's start with exercise number 1, standing hip circles. This is an absolutely beautiful exercise for strengthening your hip muscles, specifically your glutes, but it actually works all the muscles in that entire hip region. Here's what makes this exercise so powerful. It not only strengthens those critical hip muscles that keep you stable and mobile, but it also helps mobilize a stiff hip joint. If you've got hip arthritis, bursitis, or any kind of hip pain or stiffness, this exercise can often help relieve it. I've seen this work wonders for people who thought they'd never walk without pain again. Here's exactly how to do it. You just need something stable to put your hands against. A wall works perfectly fine. Stand up nice and tall with your hands on the wall for support. Take all your weight over onto one leg and free the other leg. This is the leg that's going to be working. Now, here's the movement. You're going to do nice big circles with that free leg. Take the leg out to the side, swing it round behind you, and then bring it back in to meet the other leg. The key here, and this is crucial, is that you don't want your upper body to move at all. Keep your upper body locked in place. It's just the leg doing the movement. Here's a helpful visualization. Imagine you're leading with your heel. The heel goes out to the side, the heel swings round, and the heel comes back in. If you do it this way, you're going to keep your back nice and relaxed, and it's all the hip doing the work. This is so important because many people make the mistake of twisting their entire body, but that defeats the purpose and can actually strain your back. We want that hip doing all the work while everything else stays stable and controlled. For this exercise, I recommend doing about 30 seconds worth of work, or 10 repetitions, whichever you prefer to count, and then swap over and do the other side. Remember that exercise snack approach I mentioned? This is perfect for it. Do 1 set on each side in the morning, come back to it at lunchtime, and again in the evening. That's a super effective way to build strength without overwhelming yourself. You're literally strengthening your hips while you're going about your daily routine. Now, let's move on to exercise number 2, the heel raise on a step. I absolutely love this exercise, and here's why. First, it dramatically increases the strength of your calf muscles. Now, you might be thinking, why do I care about my calves? Here's the critical fact. Your calves are responsible for 70% of your forward propulsion when you walk. That's huge. Slow walking, which is directly related to weak calves, has been associated with just about every negative health outcome you can think of. Weak calves don't just make you walk slower, they affect your entire quality of life and independence.
But here's the second reason I love this exercise. If you do it correctly, it actually stretches your calves at the same time it strengthens them. So not only do they become stronger, they also become more flexible simultaneously. You're getting 2 massive benefits from one simple movement. That's efficiency at its finest. This exercise is dead easy to do. You just need your bottom step or any step you can find, as long as it's safe for you to stand on. Put both feet on the step so you've just got the front half of your feet and your toes on the step, and let your heels hang off the edge. Now here's the critical part. Allow those heels to hang down far enough until you feel a stretch in your calf. That stretch is that second benefit I mentioned. Once you feel the stretch, push up onto your tiptoes and then slowly come back down. The timing here is important. Spend 4 seconds getting back down to that stretchy point, and then 2 seconds to push up to the top. We're not rushing this, we're moving really nice and slow, alternating between the stretch position at the bottom and the squeeze position at the top where you're up on your toes. This controlled tempo is what makes the exercise so effective. It's not about speed, it's about quality and control. Now, here's how to know when to stop. Keep going until you start to get a working ache in your calves. I'm not going to tell you to do exactly 10 or 15 repetitions because that number is going to be different for everyone. Your body will tell you when it's working hard enough. If you can do more than 30 repetitions and you don't feel anything in your calves, you need to make this exercise harder. But if you feel that working ache at 15 or 20 or 25 repetitions, this is the right level for you. Stick with it and do it 2 to 3 times per day with a nice break between your sets. That's going to give you stronger, more flexible calves in no time at all, and you'll notice the difference in how you walk almost immediately.
Finally, let's talk about exercise number 3, the sit to stand. This is the movement that ties everything together, and here's why it's so critical. This is a movement you and I do every single day, multiple times. Getting up from a chair, sitting back down, getting off the toilet, getting in and out of the car, sitting down for every meal. If you think about it, you probably do this movement 20, 30, maybe even 50 times a day. So it makes perfect sense to be really strong and capable at it. Here's what makes this exercise so powerful. It strengthens your quads and your glutes, which are 2 of the most important muscle groups, especially as we get older. These are the muscles that determine whether you can get up from a chair independently, whether you can get off the toilet without help, whether you can get in and out of a car on your own. If you're strong in this movement, you're probably going to stay independent and capable for a very long time. That's how important this exercise is. Here's how to do it correctly. All you need is a nice sturdy chair. A dining room chair works really well. Shuffle right to the edge of your chair so you're perched on the front. The exercise is basically just getting up and out of the chair without using your hands, and then very slowly lowering yourself back down. We want to take at least 4 seconds to go from standing back down to sitting. That controlled lowering is where so much of the strength building happens. Let me show you the proper technique. Hands out of the way, cross them over your chest. Sit up tall. You want your nose to go over your toes as you lean forward slightly. Use that momentum and push up to a standing position. At the top, put the movement straight back into reverse. Stick your bottom out, bend your knees, and slowly lower yourself back to the chair. Count to 4 as you go down. That control is everything.
Your initial goal is to be able to do at least 10 of these with no problems. Once you can hit that milestone, congratulations, but don't stop there. It's time to make this exercise tougher to keep building strength. Here's how. Add weight that you hold in your hands. Now, I use a dumbbell, but it doesn't have to be a dumbbell. You could fill up a bag with some books, a jug of water, anything with weight. If you've got access to a weight like a dumbbell, hold it with your palms facing up in what we call a goblet position. Hold it into your chest with both hands supporting it and your chest keeping it there. Keep your back tall, nose over toes, and push up just like before. Then put the movement back into reverse and slowly lower down. Nothing about the movement changes, but now whatever weight you're holding is added to your body weight, making the exercise harder for your quads and glutes. This progressive overload is what keeps you getting stronger over time instead of just maintaining where you are. So those are your 3 exercises. Standing hip circles for hip strength and mobility, heel raises on a step for calf strength and flexibility, and sit to stands for quad and glute power. If you just do these 3 exercises consistently, it will give you such a well-rounded improvement in your health and mobility. For most people, this kind of simple program is enough to keep you independent and active for a very, very long time. Remember that patient I told you about at the beginning? The one who went from barely walking to playing tennis again in just 6 weeks? These were the exercises she did. She didn't do anything fancy or complicated. She just committed to doing these 3 movements consistently, a few times a day, and the transformation was remarkable. That could be your story too. The key is consistency. 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, and before you know it, you're moving better, feeling stronger, and living life with confidence again. You don't need expensive equipment or a gym membership. You just need a wall, a step, and a chair. Everything else is up to you and your commitment to staying strong and independent. Start today, stay consistent, and watch what happens to your mobility and strength over the next few weeks.